We all make mistakes in life, that's for sure. Sometimes they're minor, sometimes they have a major impact on our lives, but no matter how big or small the mistake is, we can learn from them and not be scared of making the exact same mistake again. Mistakes in life can be made by anybody at any age. Making mistakes is really a good thing because it makes us wiser for the future and teaches us lessons that we wouldn't have learned otherwise. Mistakes are what make us human. I am Mr. Mistakes. I've made all kinds of mistakes in my life, but in all honesty, I'm kind of proud of them. They are the price of wisdom. They are really an investment in my personal growth, and they'll eventually benefit me and all the others around me in the long run. And the more we learn from our mistakes, the less likely it's going to be that we're going to make that same mistake over and over again. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about how mistakes in your life are the best thing that can happen to you. It's time you feel good about your mistakes. Making mistakes is a part of life. Everybody does it. When you think about it, you can't plan a mistake, can you? That's called a correct. It's important to remember that a mistake is when you do something wrong by accident. It's not part of who you are or how you are flawed. You just didn't know about it. If you make a mistake and you're able to learn from it, there's a good chance you'll make better decisions from it in the future. Making mistakes is an inevitable part of our life and the lives of those around us. We will all make mistakes on our job, in our personal life, and in our spiritual life. So if you make mistakes every now and then, welcome to being human. But you might also be thinking, mistakes can be embarrassing, but they don't have to be. Look, no one is perfect, and everybody makes mistakes. I used to feel super embarrassed when I made mistakes in front of people, but now I know that it's just part of being human. And I try to laugh at myself a little when I make a mistake. As long as you're not hurting anybody, it's really okay to make a mistake, but just keep moving forward. Don't try to beat yourself up over it. But have you ever felt like people are watching you make all of your mistakes? Well, it turns out that is a common feeling. It's called the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect is a term that psychologists use to describe how we overestimate how much others notice about us. We think that there's always a spotlight shining directly on us, highlighting our every move. But the truth is, nobody cares about the mistakes that you make. They probably don't even notice. I remember when my kids were little, I used to play a little game with them when we'd be driving around town through the city. I'd just spontaneously say something like, "Whoa, did you see what that person was wearing?" And the kids would look around, they'd say, "What person?" And then I'd say, "See, you didn't notice if they were wearing Gucci, Levi's, or a chicken outfit. Your clothes don't matter, kids, do they?" And both my kids really embrace that. In fact, they get most of their clothes from Goodwill because they think that it's better fashion. And I agree with them. They look good. They really got my point that nobody is really paying attention to them all the time, and especially not their clothes, their hairstyle, or their chicken outfits, or their mistakes. And there's one more thing I'd like to share with you about making mistakes. Your mistakes are beautiful. You see this bowl? It's not perfect. In fact, you can see that it's actually broken and it's been repaired. Well, this broken bowl is now something beautiful called kintsugi. Kintsugi is a Japanese art of repairing broken ceramics with gold or silver resin. It is said that the process of kintsugi encompasses the concepts of non-attachment, acceptance of change, and fate as aspects in human life. Kintsugi comes from another Japanese practice called wabi-sabi. It's about living in the moment and finding peace in the imperfections of life. It's about taking something in your life that's been broken and turning it into something beautiful and even more valuable than it was before. Just like your mistakes, the cracks you have in your life, they're beautiful, especially if you see them as golden repairs. It's important to not only acknowledge mistakes, but also to learn from them. The more we learn from our mistakes, the less likely it is that we're going to make those mistakes over again. I've said it about 15 times in this video already. Making mistakes in life can be seen as the price of wisdom, an investment in your growth, and eventually it will benefit you and the others around you. So remember that mistakes are an important part of your life. They are how we learn, and they are how we get more beautiful in life, just like kintsugi. So what mistakes have you made in your life? Have you ever thought about how they've made your life more beautiful? Tell me in the comments below. Tell me how your mistakes have made your life more beautiful. If you've enjoyed this video, you might also like this next video. It's all about what you can do if you're feeling lost in life.